recently had the privilege of traveling to the White House to have our very own girl chat session with the First Lady, Michelle Obama. We are so excited to share this special conversation in support of her campaign, Better Make Room. Let's take a look.
We have the honor of being in the East Room of the White House. This is amazing, and we are joined by the lovely and beautiful First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama. Yes. We are so excited. Thank you so much for having us in your home.
It's really a pleasure. You guys, I'm so proud of you all and what you all are doing on your show and the audience that you're reaching, so it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much. In our audience, we have the students who are going to college pretty soon. Congratulations, that is huge. And you guys have brought your amazing parent. You guys deserve a round of applause.
Yes.
Your parents are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us today.
Well, first off, I have to say happy belated birthday.
Yes. Fellow Capricorn in the house.
Yay.
52.
I hope you had fun.
Let's move.
I love it. We are so excited to be here to talk about education and just to hear more about how you are inspiring the next generation to go and apply for college and to become their best selves. So I want to know, who inspired you to pursue a higher education?
Well, the reason I gave such a big shout out to the parents, because it was my mother and father, both of whom were working class folks, didn't go to college, but in our household, college was an inevitability. Right. It wasn't an option, you know, and I don't know how they got to that point in their lives where they knew just how important education was, but it wasn't if, it was when and how, and they were willing to do whatever it took to sacrifice, because I have an older brother, so we were both in college at the same time, and realizing that my parents took out loans and they did what it took to make it happen, so parents are essential.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Mrs. Obama is only one of 4 First Ladies who has their graduate degree.
Wow. You know, and I didn't realize that until we got briefed. You guys told me. I didn't realize that. So thank you for that.
Glad we could tell you.
I mean, it just shows you how times change, because all those women are modern day First Ladies as I look at the names. But you know, graduate school was a part of that thing you do too. I have my law degree, so I practiced law, went to Harvard Law, all that good stuff. That's where I met my husband, so college can be good for a few things. But, you know, again, when I picked my issues, Reach Higher, Better Make Room, it was because of the passion. I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without having a foundation in education. Education is the key to freedom these days. Yes. You know, so you know, I mean, we see all that. That's why this panel is so important, because you represent so much of what you can do in life, but you gotta have a plan B, you know, no matter where you wanna be in life. And for most kids, college has gotta be that plan B.
Absolutely. Well, I graduated from Pepperdine University. It took me 7 years, but I did it.
That's the point.
And that's
it's
the
like,
point.
Sometimes it takes 7 years, sometimes it takes 8.
Yes. But in my household, it wasn't an option either. You are going to college. That's what my mom told me. And we had a television show, Sister. My mom didn't care. She's like, no, you can still go.
So you did that while you were still
I sure
acting?
did. It was hard, but I did it, and I'm glad I did. But because I was there for a long time, I learned a lot from my professors while being there. What has been the best advice you received from your teacher or professor?
Ooh, I've gotten a lot of great advice from teachers, mentors, professors throughout the years. So first of all, you gotta be open to taking some risks and not being afraid to fail. Failure is the key to success. So when you get to college, you gotta raise your hand. You have to be engaged. Don't be the kid thinking, oh, I shouldn't be here, and maybe I'm not smart enough, and maybe, you know, no. You are more than capable of going to college, being successful, and going on and doing whatever you want in life. I sit here because I am you all. There is no difference between me and you. Working class kid, growing up on the south side of Chicago, growing up with doubts and fears, just like all of you all do. I know exactly how you all are feeling, and kids out there who are thinking, maybe I'm not ready, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I can't afford it. But what teachers and mentors have told me is that yes, you can and you must. So get in there and be bold with your intelligence. Raise your hand, get support when you need it. and know that we all got here because somebody helped us.
Because I was raised in Detroit in the Brewster Projects, and I am a proud graduate of Prairie View A&M University with an engineering degree. And then I became a talk show host.
But you have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Exactly.
Well, and also, Lonnie, you're smart as a whip, and it comes from that. You know, being a comedian takes analytical skill, ability, you know, the ability to present yourself, to communicate effectively. You develop those skills in college and live in life.
And you know what? This is the thing. To all the students, we wanted to talk about how to pay for college, because that's the number one reason why a lot of people don't want to go to college, because they think it's too expensive. And there's a special financial form that everyone can fill out, and we want you to explain that.
It's called FAFSA. And every senior should be filling it out. What a lot of students don't know is that there are billions of dollars of loans, grants, and scholarships out there just waiting for you, right? It's waiting for you, and every year millions of dollars get left on the table simply because kids don't fill out FAFSA. You can go to studentaid.gov to get all the details you need about filling out this information, but the bottom line is that high school is not enough in this day and age. That's just the real, right? High school is not enough. If you want to compete in an increasingly globalizing economy, you've got to have education and training and opportunity.
And you have no excuse because you have computers. I didn't have computers back. That's right. We had a World Wide Web.
Phones,
So y'all have no
faxes,
exactly. Google. All y'all got to do is type it in.
Lonnie,
So
you
do
act like
that.
you were born during the times of like
I
paper
was-
cups for phones or something.
No, it was rough. It was rough. I was and since we're talking about education, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Who got better grades in high school, you or the president?
I mean, you know, he will say it's not even close. I mean, Barack fooled around in high school. He said it. He, you know, didn't take school seriously in high school. He barely got his work done. He was a bum. You know? And it took him a second because he's, you know, he had to grow up a little bit, you know, and he really, you know, he went to college. He went away right away, but it wasn't until his second year he transferred from Occidental to Columbia College, and he was like, I gotta make something of my life. You know, I gotta get it together. He wasn't raised with his father, so he was going through some stuff, had to figure himself out as a man, which is one of the reasons he talks to young men about this stuff. It is never too late. The President of the United States screwed around in high school, and he still got his act together.
He didn't do too bad. No.
He did okay. He did okay. He went to college and did okay.
I've said it before. We have the coolest first lady. Oh!